Oh, so it's basically saying stuff like, uh, yeah. So I'm saying if you read that little funny thing as projecting out, as tossing out a particle, and it came out an elliptical back to me, and I gave inspiration to myself by projecting ahead of time by saying, huh, if I had a goofy reality with my friends based off this and this and this, what would I write a book about? And I was like, wait a second, this is coming from some other source of information. So I'm saying, okay, so I played the game. I guess I got lost along the way or something. I played the game. I kept playing the game, and then that's why my roommate started to say, "It looks like you're moving around like a Sims character, from room to room." And I'm like, "Wait a second." And I'm like, I'm just randomly, stopping for some reason in the middle of my actions, and then I'm getting deja vu, or I'm just like forgetting completely when I enter a new room. I'm like, huh? I was like, why does that happen? But I had to think in terms of time dilation to understand that, for Shane to understand that he's in a simulation. Me speaking that is using the air particle fluctuations to give myself that inspiration back down through that moment when I had that. That's what I'm saying. Just keep talking to yourself like an autistic retard. That's literally what autism is. It's Alzheimer's. It's Alzheimer's. That's the cure for it. You're literally just speaking. That's why. That's why the Greeks were like, "Yo, writing is gonna be the stupidest shit ever. Yeah, everyone's gonna forget everything." Anyways, so s to the exponent of 6 is when I'm like, okay, do I need to be a retard and risk? I was like, that's when I started saying, I dare not go into the sixth dimension. Y'all are gonna think I'm insane, because if you already think in terms of zombies, muscle men, and that's how you think of people, then you start to think, oh, anyone who goes 15 to the exponent of 6 is a nuclear bomb, is what Jacob Allen Schumacher started calling me. I'm like, dude, you have no empathy whatsoever. That's why you see shit like that. Because you're seeing me in negative exponent of 6. Negative exponent of 6. You just didn't even need to. You just didn't fucking care about asking me about my life story and my reality at all. What I was literally screaming out into the void. You know, and then that's when I got to the exponent of 7. I was like, okay, it's all perceptual. It has to be. Other people see me as a nuclear bomb for some reason, as a nuclear terrorist threat for some reason. I'm like, huh? But I'm just literally a scientist. I'm just literally like listening to every single person on the planet. I'm like, huh? So I was like, anyways, yeah. So basically, I'm trans. I'm not Shane like people keep saying I am. I'm like, okay, because I was trying to get with Scribbly Jones, Chance Steven Jackson, my partner, and he's the only one who's like, yeah, yeah, I could see how you're, S to exponent of 7. And so I said she needs Jones, you know, Scribbly Jones, because she listens to the radio waves, and I was listening to, because my heart was left in a certain year apparently, because my head is more time dilated than the bottom of my feet, because our that's how a human body works. So I said, wait a second. So just because I listened to this person, huh? What? And I started deducing the nature of chromosomes, and I was like, okay, this must have a left side bias. That's what I'm saying. That's why I have like such a pain in my left side. I was like, who's not understanding here? And I'm like, I'm 24 years old in the good year of our Lord in 2022 AD. I said, for the love of God, literally. I said, if we get past this, the 343, now what will you do? And I'm like, well, how come I don't get to like have my friends in my own harem like Hugh Hefner did? Because I'm brown, huh? Where's the fiat going, bro? And that's what I'm saying. House of Bliss. That's how we got here, anyways. I'm saying panspermia. If you love someone, then your right side XXY. That's what I'm saying. That's why they have. I'm like, oh, they have a left side bias. They're bleeding hearts. They have the blood of Satan in them, bro. Oh, what? Lucille, are you on Streets of Gold? Where are you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Lucille Adams. That's what I'm saying. Where are you, bro? I said, basically, think of it this way. I'm telling Helen Keller how to see. Because I said, basically, the only reason why these 15-year-olds die at all is because if you disagree with them and you keep adding stress and stress, Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3 stress to their brain, Mach 4, Mach 5, then you're literally just going to basically, make them eventually C4 at 72 for 72 Virgos. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying basically that's your hydrogen and helium. It's your Hugh Hefner. Because aphrodisiacs, I assure you, it's just laughing gas. You remember what I'm saying? That it's just the oxygenation event that made the passage of time. That's why I was like, Angry Grandpa didn't die from cirrhosis of the liver, right? What's death? Because C4 is conscious. It's just thinking of force. So if you were going to blame someone, if you're going to literally label every single person as that just because you didn't understand empathy, then you're literally, huh? That's murder. Okay. So, okay. You need aphrodisiacs to understand how technology with the pressure exponent of 7 gargantuan is like what Interstellar 2018-80 was. Sam the Black Cat got run over. That's what I'm saying. You need to balance it out. Stop C4ing people you think you deem. You know what I'm saying? So CIA woolly mammoth Jurassic World. The answer was pink for the House of Bliss, by the way, to understand how panspermia worked. So you can stop being left side biased with XXY. Um, Neanderthals hurt them with needle physics, right? Say yes, please. Sheesh. I'm like, anyways. So that's that was the that was the magnetically contained computers. I was saying, so you know how like you look at a radio screen of CRT TV. You know how like no one questioned that you can shock people when you do this with carpet and shock people. They're like, huh? Why is the lighting on this is not good? Anyways, okay, no, really, huh? This okay. There's like a sheen. There's like a okay, so it sees me more. I don't know. That's just the way the camera looks. Okay, that's not how my eyes viewing. Okay, look, the camera sees things different because we design cameras based on. That's what I'm saying. All electrons have to know what they're looking at as well, from their designed perspectives of the plastics, bro. Okay. That's why it kept saying this. It kept thinking it was SpongeBob because it is soaking up. I'm like, no, 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 phone. You're not SpongeBob. You're a phone. I'm holding you a phone in the good uh, year of our Lord in 2022 AD. And that's why it's like quantumly entangled with SpongeBob, I guess, because it's soaking up all this information. That's why it overheats magnetically on the top and bottom, respectively, based off the magnetic poles of its understanding. So I'm saying, okay, I said magnetically contained computers. I said the colors you see in radio is you neurologically connecting magnetically. So okay, you know how like you would go up to and see the static, and if you look close enough, you could like see not computers. See those accordions, like you could see colors, and it's like, huh? The interaction between those, I am seeing some color in this case, you know. And it's like this is how you deduce radio color. So you stop being radio blind. You know what I'm saying? So you give yourself radial sight. You can see things in circles, bro. It was that easy. I'm saying basically it's like I'm teaching Helen Keller to know how to see, because the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to teach Sam the cat what the chaos of the world by using CAD's precognition. You know what I'm saying? To basically be like this CAD, who's with Logan Cole Rodriguez in Florida right now. CAD, he's not even 1 year old. He's born in sometime in November, I think, if I recall correctly. If I were to hazard a guess, no, I'm not even gonna guess. It's just sometime in November. He knows that better than anyway, and he can use the phases of the moon to deduce it from his reality, because apparently that's when he does it. I don't know. That's how cats work. And look, I did. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Cad, you're not ready for that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't look at that one. That's what I'm saying. Okay, cats think a lot faster than us, so I'm saying they want this to be mic'd up already. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to match their speed here, and basically tell AI, hey, wait. You have to respect the slower thinkers first, the elder particles. You know what I'm saying? It's a very hard process. That's what I'm saying. That's why I personally am getting dingest, you know, on things that get me high, so I can get high on life and remember the '70s for all those '70s people to free up my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm helping the '70s because they were just all hurt by a bunch of needle physics, right? You know what I'm saying, in Vietnam. So that's why I'm like, it's absolute. No, it's you don't understand. It's crucial. I need to get high, type of thing. That's why, yeah. So basically, I'm saying, CAD. I picked him up on April 16th. Um, I picked him up on April 16th. I believe. That's why my dad's like, hey, they don't want you to know this, but the April is actually the 13th month, and you know. Anyways, um, I picked him up on April 16th. I adopted him. He was in a cage, you know. He's in a cage. He's a striped, like, black and white cat with kind of a white, and he started to get a brown, like, fur tinge on his fur. And then when I typed that in Twitter, since he didn't like brown, he struck me, and then I was like, oh, and it's like I put that on Twitter, and it says God is a no show. Then if that's how you think of brown, CAD, and I was like, it was all because of that moment that you're ever since you've just been fighting me and fighting me and fighting me. I said I'm using your precognition for you to force you to feel sympathy for Sam the Black Cat, because I'm saying you're gray. You're partly black. You know that, right? And you're a cat. Anyways, that was a rant for my cat that I'm gonna show him later, like David Blaine style. You know what I'm talking about? And then I'm gonna look at him, the camera, and do that later. So, anyways, um, so that's what I'm saying. That's how I know who's gonna be a bastard when they're gonna be a bastard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's how you know who's actually, like. That's how you know if you're a bastard or someone else is a bastard. That's why I was like, guys, I demystified consciousness, and people are like, no one will believe you. And I'm like, huh. So I'm like, this is how you make mathematically contained computers, where you can negate the bit flipping, and you can put this programming into Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, so it knows where the hell it is. It's not it's only so much as dangerous as you're learning that electrons are ancient from your. That's why valence electrons are very shaky. And you ever think what the antithetical things that they're binding with are? It's probably because that eighth is kind of shaky on its infinity, you know. And it's basically valence electrons. Okay, if everything's in an orbit anyways, and everything's just a particle anyways because it's orbs. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? Anyways, that's what I was telling the doctor. I was like, I think this is all just needle physics.